What happens when the brightest being in heaven begins believing that no one deserves to stand above him? Before becoming a prince of hell, Lucifer was once known as the bringer of light. No angel possessed a stronger voice, brighter wings, or a more flawless appearance than he did, and led celestial armies against darkness beyond the stars. In every battle, Lucifer charged first and returned beneath waves of celebration. Even Michael, commander of the silver shields, once called him the pride of heaven. Can turn gratitude into the belief that everything is deserved. He began counting those who bowed instead of remembering why he had fought. Within the palace stood an ancient mirror reflecting most desired to believe. The mirror never said he was strongest, it merely made being second feel unbearable. Then one day, heaven was commanded to protect humanity newly born in the world below. The command did not demand worship of humans, but required strength to serve those who were weaker. Lucifer saw only humiliation, perfection being asked to bend for creatures shaped from dust. Michael warned that bending to lift another does not make a king smaller. Lucifer answered that light was not born to serve dust, but to be faced by everything. That was, the moment pride, the law ruling his mind. Who believed it, their achievements had never been properly recognized. He merely asked why the strong must always obey. Each whisper became an army believing freedom meant never having to bow. At the final council, Lucifer was ordered his weapon and returned to his place. Lucifer toward the distant throne and declared that his place should be the highest. When ordered to surrender his command crown, he broke his spear and forged its shard into a sword. The breaking metal rang like the first declaration of war in heaven's history. War began upon cloud bridges once built to connect the kingdoms of light. Lucifer, that none dared face him alone. Each victory brought him closer to the throne and farther from his original purpose. Michael stopped him at the Zenith Bridge, the only path into heaven's heart. Michael asked whether Lucifer still fought for freedom or merely because others refused to obey him. And their duel changed the color of the entire sky. Lucifer was faster, stronger, and nearly struck the sword from Michael's hand. But at the moment he could finish the battle, Lucifer glanced toward the throne for a single breath. Michael did not strike his body, he struck the fracture within the sword forged by pride. When the weapon split in two and the light around Lucifer began to fade, the bridge vanished beneath him, and Lucifer fell through clouds that once welcomed him. His 6 wings were not torn away. They darkened as the light within them changed. His followers fell behind him, still praising the king who had never won a throne. They struck an abyss without fire, containing only darkness and endless silence. The silence frightened Lucifer more than punishment, because no one remained to call him magnificent. So he commanded a kingdom where everyone would reflect his own image. He forged the two halves infernal crown. From that moment, the bringer of light became Lucifer, Prince of Pride. His kingdom tortured no one with whips, but with crowns too heavy to remove. Every mirror showed its viewer as greater, wiser, and more deserving than everyone else. Lucifer never forced anyone inside. He only offered the praise they already wished to believe. The first to hear him clearly, a king who had once been a poor soldier. Cassian had once been loved listening builders and ordinary soldiers. After many victories, the people began who could never be wrong. Lucifer appeared within the royal mirror and told Cassian he needed no counsel from lesser minds. The next morning, Cassian dismissed his council and raised his throne above every other seat. He ordered a tower reaching the clouds so the entire world would be forced to see his greatness. The old architect warned that the ground could not support such enormous weight. Cassian did not examine the warning. He punished the man who made him feel questioned. The tower continued rising, while cracks spread beneath the city like black roots. When the rains arrived, the sinking foundation blocked the water feeding the fields. The people lacked food, yet Cassian ordered more gold placed upon the tower's crown. The king said, failure existed only in the minds of the weak. Lucifer rejoiced because Cassian had learned pride's deadmeat error. Yet among the crowd stood a young girl who did not bow when the royal procession passed. If you are truly great, why must everyone constantly tell you so? Cassian ordered the girl seized, but not one soldier stepped forward. For the first time, the king watched his power vanish when others stopped being afraid. He fled to the palace and shattered the mirror, but Lucifer emerged from every broken piece. Lucifer told Cassian he must never apologize because a kneeling king would cease to be a king. Cassian looked at him as prince. Why do you need me kneeling? The question reopened a memory Lucifer had buried beneath thousands of years of praise. For one moment, a road appeared between the palace and the ancient gate of dawn. No army blocked Lucifer. The path required only that he remove his crown and descend from the throne. Lucifer raised his hand toward the crown, but stopped when he noticed his followers watching. He feared bowing more than losing heaven for a second time. At last, Lucifer declared of making him lower his head. The gate closed not because Lucifer was rejected, but because he refused to enter. Cassian removed his crown, entered the square, and admitted his failures before those he had dismissed. They began helping him restore the water and save the fields. The tower became lower, grew stronger for the first time. Lucifer returned to hell and shattered every mirror that reflected Cassian's recovery. Yet he kept one shard because it still reflected the angel who once served others. Lucifer understood that his true punishment was not fire, but the inability to say he had been wrong. Pride had promised to place him more alone than anyone. Deeper within hell, the sound of coins announced that another prince was awakening. What is a crown worth when its wearer is no longer free to remove it?